Let's talk about the telecom space. Prashant Singhal, telecom communication leader at EY, is now joining us. Prashant, good afternoon. Thank you so much for taking out time for us. Could you just tell us about the Idea-Vodafone merger? What do you think? Do you think it will change the industry dynamics in a very big way?
Yeah, hi, good afternoon, Pankaj. Yeah, clearly, I mean, I think this is a big merger, as we all know. This is the number 2, number 3 combining together, and I think what's happened in the sector in the last 6 to 9 months, if I look at it, there's been a spate of consolidation which has happened, which has already changed or is going to change the dynamics in the sector. With the number of players shrinking down, and India, considering that this is a $40 billion market, shrinking down to 4 or 5 players, I think that's fairly a good number of operators to be there in the sector. Hopefully with this size, we could see a better performance of the operators. We could also see them actually investing more on innovation and this. Tariff wars at the local, with whatever new entrant comes in, which was the case in the telco sector over the past so many years, the tariff wars would hopefully stabilize or come down over the period, because we are already at the bottom pit of the tariffs. So I would certainly think that there is going to be a lot of change now in the sector, and hopefully should be a positive change in the sector with consolidation.
Right. The point that you made about tariffs and the way tariffs are aggressive, do you think we are towards the fag end of this aggression?
Yeah, I would think that we are right now, if I look at the data tariffs in India, they are downward of 20 cents a GB. Now that is really the lowest data tariffs globally, or India is one of the lowest data tariff market globally. As you know, we were the lowest voice tariff market globally as well. So, there is no end for the tariffs to come down, but any further reduction in tariffs, and even at this level, the ROIs will be fairly low. So I don't see a further aggression on tariffs to kind of make it down. And this tariff is good enough for a subscriber to come in and experience data. So it's not typically customers want to get into data and experience data, and the entry barriers are two. One is the handset, the other one or the device, and the other one is tariff. So I think on both situations right now, whether it's the 4G or 3G device and the tariff, we are virtually lowest, and therefore the entry barriers have gone, and I think that's what should drive data growth, which should hopefully see the filling of pipes, and therefore the tariffs should not come down further.
We spoke to the management of Idea and Vodafone post the merger, and they told that they expect majority of the gains to come in from volumes. As volume growth would continue, you think the average cost would also come down?
No, I think with the volumes growth, I mean, this is really a fixed cost which has been spent by the company in the form of capex. So with the volume growth, obviously the per cost of GB would come down, but at the same time, at this level of pricing and the current utilization of GB, and we need to see what happens post or what happens when the customers actually have to pay, and we see that in the next quarter. I would say that it's important to get an ROI, and even though the cost will come down, but the ROI will be justified with the current tariff structures. A further reduction in the tariff structures could hurt the sector. I mean, it's not that this reduction has not hurt the sector. This is the first time in the past 2 decades that we've actually seen the sector showing a negative growth in terms of revenue. So I would think a further reduction in tariffs would not be justifiable from an ROI perspective.
Right. In terms of the merger or the changes, you believe that Vodafone Idea, when they come together, they would be in a better position to fight out competition, or they would sustain much more if prices were to go down from here on or stay at these levels for a while?
No, I think it's fairly natural, right? I mean, if you get number 2, number 3 coming together, and there are strengths which are on both sides. So you've got Vodafone clearly being an urban brand, cities, whereas Idea being a rural brand. So with complementing each other, they are bound to fight competition much more. And obviously with a combination, there's a huge amount of synergy value, which I think the press release did talk about $10 billion of NPV. So that creates coffers for them to, or a war chest for them that also creates more efficiency for them, better EBITDA margin. So you can fight competition, or you can really compete in the market much better with that kind of size and scale. So yes, I would think that this would improve their ability of facing the competition more, also innovating new services, because we are at the cusp of really a digital evolution or a digital revolution in this country. So right now we've seen how digital payments have sprung up, but we also need to see the other digital services springing up. So I would think that with this consolidation happening and the other consolidations in the sector, a lot more investments will happen now on innovation, and India will catch up on digital innovation as compared to the rest of the world.
Right. Do you expect Reliance Jio to continue to be aggressive? Because at a point of time, they would also be looking for that return on investment. They have made a huge investment. Do you believe that they would continue to be the way they are in terms of aggression?
Yeah, I mean, see, for any new market entrant, it's very important to create disruption in the market, and I think that's what they've done. It's very, very natural. I think when we saw the likes of the 2G players coming in, which were the Telenors of the world who had come into India, Etisalat, etc. They also created some disruption in the market. Obviously, they didn't have the depth of the pockets within India to invest as what we have with a new 4G operator. So they would create, they have been fairly disruptive, they've been fairly innovative, and I think it really depends upon the response to the current offer and what they really get, which should drive them to make the next steps of being more disruptive or trying to see how they have to focus on the ROI. But clearly for the first 1 year, any new operator which launches, or first 1 year to 18 months, there has to be disruption. Otherwise, a new entrant in a market which is already 70% penetrated, maybe 15% data penetrated, you have to be disruptive. You have to create a mark, and that can only happen through disruption.
Right. And in terms of once the size is achieved, the sort of size that Reliance is targeting, do you believe then the aggression would come down and focus will come on service and how to maintain those customers?
Yeah, I mean, I think once the targets for, whatever targets that they've set in, they've achieved those targets, then obviously one has to start focusing on profitability. At the end of the day, the business is being done with the visibility of profitability. Everybody would be doing this business from a profitability perspective. Knowing telecoms is slightly longer gestation period returns as compared to some of the other sectors. So you look at a 3-year to a 5-year vision, but you start focusing on profitability, and therefore you start focusing on some upward shift to tariffs. I mean, that's the way we've seen world over the operators coming up and launching new services. So I would not think that the behavior would be different from any new entrant in India.
Right. And in terms of tariff rates, at least for the next 1 year, you expect them to remain where they are?
Sorry, can you just repeat that question, Pankaj?
Yeah, I was talking about tariff rates. Do you expect them to remain where they are?
Yeah, tariffs, as I said, I don't expect the tariffs to further come down. We are at the lowest. So I would expect, if at all, the tariff may see some northward correction, but I don't see the tariffs to come down south further.
Right. Thank you so much, Prashant, for taking out time for us. Always good to get a perspective from you. That was a view on the telecom sector from ENY.